Hey guys, it's me, the dude who talks, and welcome. And I just want to say it's good to be back after a couple weeks of a break. Not much has happened for me in terms of updates, but a couple of days ago I watched Eternal Champion at Rebellion in Manchester, and they were fucking awesome. And that was an off-the-spur decision to go to that gig, and I'm glad I did it. And it's my birthday tomorrow, so yeah. But for today, I want to be talking about the new self-titled album from Olanza, which is out now through Human Worth Records. Olanza are an instrumental trio from Bristol, featuring a number of musicians from a plethora of projects, such as Annie Gardner on bass, Aaron Ward on guitar, and Sean Sepper on drums. Following on from their first album, which was called Bonanza, the self-titled was recorded by Wayne Adams. I'm sure that name rings a bell, and I think I've spoken about him a couple of times on these videos. And that was recorded at Giant Wafer and was mastered by Stephen Kerrinson at Tall Trees Audio Mastering. So, with all that out of the way, what did I think of their self-titled album? Did I like it, or wasn't I a fan of it? Let's find out. So let's start off with the first song, which is called Accelerator, which I believe to be a very accurate title for this song, especially with the tempo shifts in different speeds. It sounds like someone was actually messing with an accelerator pedal just to get different speeds, but I'll explain more about it in a while, and I won't say different speeds too many times. So the opening riff is something that you wouldn't feel plays out of math rock. But then you got moments where the feedback really kicks in and it feels a bit more sludgy. But while sludge is usually quite slow paced, this is definitely not, especially with the arrangements for this song. With what I was describing earlier with the tempo shifts, this really kept me hooked, and there was one part towards the end where the foot is firmly pressed on the accelerator, and this was a standout for me on the whole album. Here, I'm just going to play you a clip of it. The strongest parts of the album, and this is what I thought especially as a band as a whole, are the song arrangements. They're complex, but in a way that sounds natural and engaging. It's in the way of the tempo shifts. And a good example of this is the song Boku Maru. The way it flickers between tempos is amazing. On another note, the opening of Descent reminds me of the song Evik Vandra by Kvelitak. It has a similar approach and has this feeling of Viking music. I want to say, and this is similar to Evik, it has moments where it ramps up in terms of noise, though this is where the similarities end, however, as Olanza, in typical Olanza fashion, takes the song in all kinds of directions. So what I really liked about this album was the directions that the songwriting goes in each of the songs. It's like B to D, then to A, and then straight to Z. But it never really loses its focus, and that's what I really like about it. And it's also the bounce of energy that each of the songs have on the album. And that momentum is still kept up with longer songs like Lone Watty and Constant, having that same amount of energy without dragging on. Even with more straightforward songs like Sun Melter, it still feels bounds ahead in terms of songwriting. So, straight onto the overall opinion, as I have no nitpicks for this record. So yeah, you guessed it, I really like this album. It is full of energy and has really complex songwriting that really holds it up in high standards. If you're looking for something that has the complex nature yet catchiness of math rock mixed with the density of sludge, I highly recommend this album. There's not one song on this album that didn't stick out for me. It is a joy to listen to from start to finish. And on a plus/bonus note, this album gave me City of Echoes era Pelican vibes, which for me is a good thing. I know a few people don't like the album, but I do, so there. So, if complex noise rock isn't your thing, I have something that might interest you, and that is feminist / queercore punk trio Shooting Daggers, who have just brought out their debut EP called Athames, which is out now through New Heavy Sounds. It is exactly what hardcore punk should be, especially from the song No Exit, where one of the lines is roaring, "Watch them burn," which is one hell of a song, full of angst and just pure energy. The opening riff of Liar really stuck out for me. It was giving me like gouge away on steroids vibes, but there's influences that run much deeper than that. Also, with music like this, you've really got to have something to say, and they definitely do, especially with songs like Manic Dream Pixie Girl and Carnage, with themes of like misogyny and animal cruelty that they deal with. Though the standout for me on the EP would be the song We Will Live. It has this darker feel to it, and it changes things up on the EP just a little bit, and it reminds me a little bit like Pixies. The vocals work really well from Salome Salgado Pellegrin. I really hope I got that right. Going from angry shouting to guttural screaming that sounds really powerful. The only thing that I was not sold on, however, was the production in some places, especially on the vocals. It's got this like overuse of the echo effect that just didn't really do it for me. But that's just a personal thing. Anyway, to finish this video off, here is a clip of We Will Live. So that was me talking about the self-titled album from Olanza. Have you picked this album up yet? Please let me know what you thought about it down below in the comment section. And also, if you've picked up Shooting Daggers EP Athames, I don't think I've got that right, please let me know what you thought about that as well down below in the comments too. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. You know, it really helps out. Just want to quickly plug my socials like I always do, like I'm on Facebook and Instagram. I'll be including links to that in the description section, so if you wish to give that a like and a follow, please do. And I'm also on Buy Me a Coffee should you wish to donate some money. And I'm not asking for much, just asking for a couple of quid here and there. So, you know, if you want to do that, then that's really cool. So that is it from me. I've been the Doo Doo Talks. You guys, as always, are fucking awesome, and I'll see you soon.